I'm starting to think that the new Indiana football coach may be insane. Actually, I know he's insane. I don't know if it's good or bad. That's what we still need to flesh out. It could be like insane and it works because Jim Harbaugh is insane and it ended up working. It could be a disaster though as well. He's definitely insane. What do you got?
Can I ask a quick question here?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you gonna say? No. I really want to understand, like, is there a quota that you have to reach as a first year head coach in the Big Ten where you got to come in and just make this big ass splash? You can't just carry yourself a little normally at media day?
This is his normal, I think. That's the
Oh,
thing.
it is, because if we look back to like when he first got hired for the job, this man was at a football game or a basketball game saying Purdue sucks and so does Michigan and Ohio State. Like he said that.
Yeah, he said the defending national champions suck. And an Ohio State program that has been undefeated under their head coach against every Big Ten school that isn't Michigan. They suck. Like, look, I'm not gonna like defend the rest of the Big Ten against Curt Cignetti. I don't think I need to do that. I'm happy that he's passionate. I'm happy for Indiana fans. They have someone fun because that ultimately that's what college football is. It's fun. You just want your head coach to be somebody that you enjoy rooting for. We both know that. Like the football coaches can have one of a million shticks. As long as you're winning games, that shit rocks, right? Let's look at our programs as a couple examples. Mel Tucker now, that sucked and we hated it. Mel Tucker, when he won 10 games with Kenneth Walker and bought the best running back in the portal and was bringing Lamborghinis and pit bulls to the 50-yard line, that shit rocked, did it not?
Oh, it was
Like,
great.
that shit was going up because he was winning football games. And Jim Harbaugh is an insane person. And Jim Harbaugh's who's got it better than us shtick for 7 years sucked because he couldn't beat anyone and he would blow games to his rivals and it just win 8 games. Woohoo, who cares? You're all shtick. You're not substance. Then he wins a national championship and now that shit's the greatest. So at the end of the day, what I've learned in the last couple of years is football coaches in general are crazy. Like I don't feel like we have this in college basketball. It's like every single college football coach is some sort of lunatic. And whether it's just like Macho Man Grr, or whether it's a motivational freak or a catchphrase guy, it seems like everyone's just off their rocker in college football. And Cignetti is no exclusion from that. I think this was a good hire from Indiana because of his resume, which he will very loudly point you toward anytime anyone even says hello to him. It's like, hey, Curt, how's it going? Look at my resume. Like, all right. We get it, dog. You won games at James Madison. I just I see disaster potential here is all I want to say. Because more often than not, the insane lunatic PJ Flex of the world fail at the biggest level. Then like what's Indiana gonna do? Start winning the Big Ten?
Yeah, see that good transition to my next point. Because I'm gonna make a mistake and I'm gonna speak for Indiana fans here for football fans, Indiana. I think you guys would be happy with like just competing and making a bowl game and like winning a bowl game. Like I feel like that's a good goal. According to Mr. Cinetti, when you compete, you want to be the best. Oh, if we go to a bowl, it's a great year. Bullshit. That ain't the goal. The goal is to be the best. Ah, I get it. Like, yeah, it's it's like you said though. If he's winning football games, everything will look back on this and be like, okay, right? But at the same time, like, there's got to be like some realistic goals in mind here. Like, you don't have to come out there and say like we want to win titles.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy's ego is bigger than Assembly Hall. That's my read. Like I fully believe Curt Cignetti believes Indiana's a football school now because he's there. Like, look at me, I'm here. Look at my resume.
Is that
Um,
good though or bad?
I don't know. Look, man, if your coach is the story and you're an 11 win team, it's great. If your coach is the story and you're 3-7 or 3-9, whatever it is, it's bad. It's very bad. Like I'm just excited to see what is his energy shift going to be. Like, let's say Indiana this season, I don't know what the expectation is, but let's say they win 4 games. I don't think anyone would fire a dude because he won 4 games at Indiana in year one. Let's say he wins 4 games. What's his energy like next offseason? Is he coming back on this same look at me, look who I am? F Purdue, F Michigan, like, or
Bringing
is
up
he
James,
gonna maybe,
bringing just falling back on James Madison.
yeah? Are we gonna swallow it a little bit and just be like, oh, this is the Big Ten now? I have some stuff to do. Like, I just, and my thing is, this is truly who he is. It's not a shtick. So I actually respect this more than most, because to me, with all due respect, PJ Fleck is playing a character, and I think Mel Tucker to an extent was playing a character. I think Jim Harbaugh is who he is. He's insane. Like, that's not a character. He's an insane person. And I think this is truly who Cignetti is. He's an intense competitor, a fiery dude who thinks he's God's gift to football. He thinks he's smarter than anyone ever. And he might be. Like, what, God forbid, if Indiana becomes like a 9-win-a-year program in this Big Ten because Curt Cignetti's there, he's going to go down as like Bobby Knight, but football. But if it doesn't work, which is the much more likely outcome here, he's going to be the laughing stock of this league. And not only that, man, he's giving programs like Ohio State and Michigan and Penn State and UCLA and USC and Oregon and Iowa and Wisconsin, and let me name the other 6 teams in the Big Ten that have historically had more success than Indiana. He's giving all of those schools reason to circle Indiana now. Because spoiler alert to you, Curt, and Indiana fans, historically for the last, I don't know how long you've had a football program, 10 decades, you're the team people circle and say, oh, let's count that one as an easy one. Let's just rest our starters this week. We'll be all right. Who we got the week after? Let's start prep. So you really want Ohio State's best shot, Curt? That's what you got. You call out Ohio State, Michigan. When you play them this year, they're circling you. They're doing the Ryan Day, let me run 100 up on you. And we'll see if he's good enough. The story is he lost 10 offensive starters. He lost 20 plus guys to the portal within the week he took the job. He claims that's what he wanted. Ain't that the Deion Sanders move, Curt? Haven't I seen this before?
Yeah, I don't like this for Indiana football fans. I don't. I
I'd
really.
just be a little scared about it, is all I'm saying. But I don't know, win games, and I guess everything changes. He did have one other thing I wanted to say, though. There was a point in this where he said, do I need to remind people that 3 years ago we were a touchdown away from the Big Ten championship? That's what he said. Three seasons ago, Indiana was a touchdown away from the Big Ten championship. Just to be clear, last season Indiana went 1-8 in the Big Ten. The year before they went 2-7 in the Big Ten. So 3 seasons ago in the Big Ten, they went 0-9. Indiana has 3 wins in the Big Ten in the last 3 seasons combined. But 3 seasons ago, Indiana was a touchdown away from the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, yeah. Thank God y'all got hoop. Maybe.
Remember when we were at Nebraska's Matt Rule's opening press conference and he was just lying?
Yeah.
Football coaches lie a lot, man.
Yeah, they do. A lot.
You would be a great football coach.
All right.
You would be an insanely good football coach. Curt, you know what I love about you?
That I'm handsome?
You're reliable. I can count on you. You know, honestly, you remind me of Aaron Henry a little bit. Remember when, like, you know, their back was against the wall, nothing was going right, and man just showed up every day. He didn't make excuses. There were no problems. There were just solutions.
Sounds like me.
That's you. And it also reminds me of Duncan Mechanical Solutions, because if you're looking for quality furnace repair, look no further than the heating and air experts that you can trust. Comfort and quality are their standard. They're an HVAC company that serves Northeast Indiana and Southern Michigan, whether it's heating and air conditioning, plumbing, kitchen and bath remodeling, or emergency services when you need them most. Duncan Mechanical Solutions has reliable service that you can count on. Curt, remember when your basement almost exploded?
I remember when my basement almost exploded. I remember when my furnace itself was acting funny. I remember when my AC was acting funny. I wish I had Duncan in my back pocket. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been anywhere in northern Indiana or southern Michigan that hasn't been perfectly cool or perfectly warm, depending on when the day called for, and that's because of Duncan Mechanical Solutions. They are the presenting sponsor for the month of July. Shout out to Duncan Mechanical Solutions. Go to duncanmechanicalsolutions.com to learn more.